If you've ever heard me speak before, watch any of these videos, you know that I talk about the little details that can really make a big impact when it comes to delivering hospitality. Find out the power of a Hall of Fame impact on this next edition of Black Tie Hospitality. Hi again, this is Bob Pakinowski. I'm a keynote speaker and the Chief Hospitality Officer of my company, The Black Tie Experience. One of the key components of delivering a first-class or black tie customer service experience are those impact points that are made during the entire course of the customer service experience. In my companies, we tried hard to make sure to deliver these impact points all the time. But when the tables are turned and you're the recipient, well, that's pretty cool too. Let me explain. You see, I had the wonderful fortune of meeting future Hall of Famers while we worked at the Pro Football Hall of Fame with my catering and event company. And one of the true highlights of our business was the opportunity to cater 25 of the Hall of Fame induction parties. Now, as the owner, I was able to meet almost all the new Hall of Famers, as well as their families, the staff from the teams, and other NFL players. One player made a big impression on me, and in fact, it was the first party we catered in 2006. I had the privilege and honor of meeting and working with Harry Carson Jr. of the New York Giants. Harry was an incredible football player for the Giants, but more importantly, an incredible human being. He was genuine and humble from the first time I met with him to talk about his event. I'll always remember that, but I'll never forget two other items about Harry. Number one, my son, who was 9 years old at the time of his induction party, got the chance to meet Harry. Adam paid a quick visit to the event, and I asked him if he would like to meet Harry Carson Jr. He had no idea who he was, except that he was this football player, and to a 9-year-old, that was everything. As you may imagine, the party for the Hall of Famers are a pretty big deal. It's a whirlwind of an evening for them as they're inundated with family and friends and colleagues wanting to talk to them and get photos with them. It's a great event. As I came up to ask Harry if he needed anything to eat or drink, he saw this little guy dressed in a chef coat right next to me. Harry stopped what he was doing and bent over to ask Adam his name, and then proceeded to shake Adam's hand. Then he talked to my son for about the next 2 minutes. I know I never asked Harry if he could talk to Adam, but Harry recognized that opportunity to meet Adam and thank him for coming to his party. Adam still talks about that to this day. Why? Well, Harry made an impact on him and made him feel special for just those 2 minutes. Now, fast forward 3 years later, and we're catering 5 of the Hall of Fame induction events in one evening. I'm moving around to each one of these, making sure that everything is running smoothly. As I'm walking into one of the tents, a golf cart slows down next to me, and the passenger in the cart turns to say, "It's Bob, right? You catered my Hall of Fame party 3 years ago." It was Harry Carson. And he said, "I know you're really busy, but I just wanted to say hello and let you know that my people are still talking about my event. Thank you again." Now, this time it was less than 2 minutes, but what an impact that made on me. See, I've forgotten a number of things about that night and the parties we catered, but I've never forgotten the impact that Harry made on me. What about your organization? What type of impact are your people making by how they greet, approach, remember the names of your customers, or the little items about their history with you? Trust me, those little details can make a big impact. Yes, even 15 years later. Thanks for watching. This is Bob Pakinowski with the Black Tie Experience. Have a great day.